Hey guys, let's pop in and start with this video. Hey guys, let's pop in and start with this video. Welcome back to another video where today I have not done one of these in such a long time. I thought I would do one because I don't know, like, I've been on the go like so much. I literally don't know what this video is gonna be. I thought about making it a story time, but it's such a long time ago, this story. It like feels so like drawn out. If I were to like say it, it doesn't feel like it like meshes. I can do a story time. I have stories. Do I want to do a story time? I can do a story time. I guess I can do a story time. I guess. This is the story. This is like so last minute. I'm like, what am I gonna do in the video? Oh, what the frick? By the way, my window's open, so if you hear noises, I'm sorry, but it's beautiful outside. This is the story of the time my whole school wanted to fight me. You might be thinking, what, Star? What are you even talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Well, it does. It's because I lived in a very small town, and so everybody knew each other. And so for the whole school wanting to fight me, it wasn't that rare. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like that, like a type of coincidence that's like, oh my goodness, like this is so like weird. Like this never happens. Like no, it happened a lot. Like I wasn't the only person that this happened to. I just felt like it was the only person that it happened to. And mind you, I'm like an outsider, like I'm not even from this place, so like, of course, like it's easier to hate on me because nobody knows about me. I also stayed to myself a lot in high school, so this was in 9th grade, I think, 9th grade, 10th grade, I don't even freaking remember. I think it was 9th grade. And basically, I'm like worried that like this is gonna hurt me, but I know it's not gonna hurt me because like I left high school and high school doesn't matter. So yeah, I was in high school and there was this kid, and this kid, let me not get triggered. This kid used to bully me so much. When I tell you I have problems, okay? Partially because of the bullies at school, like, you know, I don't know, like, you can go through a lot. And I went through a lot. You know, I didn't have the worst bully situation. I know how bad it can get, but I was bullied, and, you know, I still deal with that to this day, and so it kind of sucks. But, anyway, I was bullied by this kid, and this kid, this is gonna make me sound like such a bad person, and maybe I am, but honestly, like, I don't, like, not that I don't care, but, like, I don't care. Like, it's, like, karma, you know? Like, mental health is so important. Like, I don't know how many times I've, like, said on this channel, like, I advocate for mental health. I find it very, very important to talk about and to recognize as a real thing, because some people still don't believe in it till this day. And so, with people getting bullied, it can drive them to really dark places. So my response to the situation I'm gonna tell you is because people can be driven to dark places, and people might think that what I said or did was wrong and harsh, but when you bully someone, it can drive them to do the similar type of like situation, like health-wise, can happen to them too. Where they can hurt themselves. So you can judge me all you want, and you can say that I was a jerk, but this person had put me through a lot, so I didn't care what I said and what I did, and I kind of stand by that because, you know, I went through stuff too. Does it make me a better person? No. Does fighting fire with fire equal anything good? No. But mind you, this was a private. Anyway, I gotta tell the story because right now you're like, what the frick are you talking about? I'll tell you. Basically, I was friends with this person, and I tried to be friends with this person because we were both Spanish, and I was like, okay, cool, I can make some Spanish friends, because I didn't really have any Spanish friends at my school. Like, I had other ethnic friends, but I didn't really have any Spanish friends. So I was like, let me try and link up with the Latinos and Latinas and like link up, right? So I tried to be friends with this person, and they were really weird though. Like, they were just weird to like my other friends at the time, who I'm not friends with anymore anyway. So like, high school doesn't really matter. But yeah, I tried to be friends with them, and I guess I thought I was closer to them, or I thought it wasn't that big of a deal. Basically, something happened to this kid. What are we gonna name this kid? Tree? I guess I'll name them Tree. I don't freaking know. I'm gonna name them Tree because there's a tree outside and I see a tree. So we're gonna name them Tree. So Tree got into like an accident. Like there was like an accident with like a car or something, or a vehicle, right? And they ended up in a coma. I'm not.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm thinking about the situation. I'm laughing because of the situation.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Not that situation. I'm laughing. I'm thinking about what happened to me, and like that's humorous and comical. So that happened, and so for some reason, my brain really wanted to know what happened, and I don't know if I cared or what it was, but I wanted to know what happened. So I had reached out to this person that I thought was my friend, or at least I thought not really was it was just someone that I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I was like, hey, like what happened, right? And so I asked this person, and they tell me. Now I don't have the screenshots. I'm sure somebody has it still, because you'll learn why I think somebody has it still, unless if they think and care about things that long. They have it still. I don't know. I don't have it because I didn't take a screenshot of it, but many people did. Trust me, I know. And basically, they told me, and I said something to the fact of like, good, or not good, but like, I don't remember what I said. It might have been good. And then like they were like, what the frick, like they're in a coma, like da 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 da. And I was like, karma, like they used to bully me so hard, like I'm glad they're not hurt, you know what I mean? But I mean, they're not like dead, but like, you know, like karma, like life sucks, like it's unfair to some of us, but when you bully people constantly on the brink of like suicide, like that happens sometimes. Like, not to like trigger anybody, but I'm just saying, like, you know, life sucks, and when you hurt other people, sometimes you get hurt too. And so that's where my mentality was at. And I didn't say all that. I basically said like good, and then like karma, like hurts people that hurt people or something like that, right? Then this person screenshots that and blasts it everywhere. And they screenshot it, and at this moment, I think to myself, and I'm like, frick, what do I do? So I text them, I'm like, why'd you screenshot it? No answer. At least I believe there's no answer. This was a long time ago. Like, I don't even, like, this was like such a long time ago, but it was like such a staple in my life, because it was after this point that I realized not to give it like a frick, like care about anybody, because like, right now, like none of this matters anymore. Like maybe you can judge my personality, and you can like try and like judge my life choices, like my whole life on this one situation. You can do that. I don't freaking care. But none of it matters to me anymore. So and I'm sure it doesn't matter to anybody involved, but so they screenshotted it, they blasted it everywhere. I did not know until the next day. I went to school, and I'm sitting, and I'm just like just sitting, and then people start like staring at me and like coming up to me asking questions. And thank God I had like 3 friends. Thank God we're not friends anymore, we don't really talk, but at the time I had 3 friends that were pretty like protective of me, because I was like a little kid, and so like people were coming over like asking questions about me, and I was like shook, and like they were asking me like, are you the one that said this, da, 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 and like they're like I don't want to be mean, but these people were so rude. And there was this one kid that was so aggressive. It's like, why are you so aggressive? I don't know. It's like small town things, I guess. I don't know. Like everyone in small towns like related, so like they all like stick up for each other. I'm being like so stereotypical right now, because it's like triggering. Like nobody cares about mental health. And so like the minute you talk bad about somebody, or the minute you say something that somebody doesn't like, anything that happened to you is invalidated, because unless they did something completely like bonkers, like, I don't know, like killed you or something, like none of it matters if it has to do with mental health. So, you know, that's the most triggering thing, because that's not the only time I've ever dealt with that, where people downplay mental health. Nonetheless, I digress. And basically you were coming up to me and I was like, what the frick is going on? Because I did not know that things were shared at the time. And so I was like freaking out. And then like this teacher that's really cool came up to me and was like, you need to come to the office right now. And I was like, what the frick is happening? I was like shook. I was like, what's going on? And like, why would you do that? And I was like, what do you mean? Why would I do what? And they're like, why would you post that all over social media? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, I didn't post anything. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, well, it's all over social media and everyone wants to beat you up. And I was like, what the freak is happening? I was like, yo, like, what is happening? So I'm like walking to the office. Mind you, my school's an outside school, so like people can see me across the way and everyone's like staring at me. And I'm like freaking out and everyone's like grouping together and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to fight. I'm like, I'm gonna die. I was freaking out. So I go to the office, the principal's office, and we talk about the situation and I explain my side of the story and I'm like, this person is bullying me, and like, so I was having a private conversation with somebody and they decided to spread it, and I guess that's what happened. Because again, I still didn't know everything. So I called my, you know, my mom and like told her the situation, and then I had a friend who I'm not friends with anymore either. Dang, am I toxic? No, the other three people, we didn't have a falling out. Like, we're just not friends. Like, we, you know, people just don't talk anymore. The other person I had a falling out with, but that doesn't matter. So she helped me out. We had to like have a cop like assist us to our car because people were really out to get me. And so our cars, like the way we were parked in this school particularly, it was like on the other side of the school. So we had to like go up with like a cop and like walk to the other side of the school. I was like a freaking, like I had a freaking bounty on my head or something. I don't know. So when I got home, my friend, thank God, like took me home, and I was like freaking out, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And then I had to stay home for like 3 days or something, just to like let things cool down. And then I got back to school, and like everyone was like really trying to like threaten me. And then I got up, and then at this point I had deleted all my social media because I did not want to get any comments or any threats. And I was just like really, really scared. Like, think about like I think it's like so funny. Like, if my kid went through this, like, I guess you can think about the other side of it too, but like I literally have no remorse, like no feelings of like no feelings of this person and how they felt, because it sucks that they were put through that and in a coma, because that can be very, you know, deadly. Like, that is scary and that's not funny and not cool. But on the other hand of it, not even just me, because I know this person bullied my friends too. Like, if one of my friends were bullied to the brink of suicide, especially the way that I was treated when I like just like said something. I wasn't even talking to this person. I didn't even say anything like I hope you die or something like that. Like, I didn't even say any of that. I just said good. And they didn't care about like my mental health. Not saying that they need to. I don't need anybody to feel anything about me. But the point that they attacked me for just having an opinion just shows the mentality of that town, because that's what they did for everybody. There was another situation where, it's not a big story time, but basically there was this person who had come out and everyone was attacking them, and me and a couple of friends like tried to stay by their side. Like, there was a whole social media thing. Maybe I'll make a story time about it, because now that I'm thinking about it, it's more in depth. But basically, because this one person was trying to share their own opinion and their own self, they were attacked and harassed, and my situation does not correlate with that at all. But the point of sharing one's own opinion, not even public, it was in a private conversation, and it wasn't my fault that it was blasted. I went through all this stuff, and, you know, I don't feel bad for myself. You know, I'm not a good person for saying what I said either, you know, whatever. But you know what I'm trying to say. I'm going in circles. So I come back to school. There's this one specific kid that really, really wants to kill me, and I don't understand why. Because, like, I just don't understand why. I don't know why people put that much energy into me for saying something. I didn't I didn't lay hands on anybody. I didn't threaten anybody. Like, literally, I just said good. That's a story time. that was really it. Nothing really came out of it. Like, it just ended after that. Thank God it was near the end of the school year though. But I gained a lot of friends from that, honestly, because a lot of people started hearing about my name, and like I was in my group of friends once, and then like this girl came over and was like, isn't that the kid that like said that one thing? And then my friend was like, yeah, that's him. And like then they were like, oh. And then we became friends, and then it was like I don't know, like maybe I think more people just heard about me through the incident, and I don't think it benefited me at all. Other than me being able to like not care about other people. Like, I think if it happened again, I would react the same way, where I would freak out, but I would definitely like talk more. Like, I would definitely defend myself more like verbally. Like, I'd be like, are you really gonna like do that? Like, sadly in my small town, if I were to call the cops, like they would just hate me too, because everyone knows each other. So like they don't know me, and they know this one kid, Tree, so they like stand up for Tree, and so you know what I mean? So like that kind of sucks. Like that happened too. So, but if it was in like a regular situation, like not a small town situation, I'd just be like, okay, touch me, I call the cops. Like, that's just like that. Like I don't even trust the cops, but like I would be like, touch me, like if you really want to fight me, like I will like report you for like threats and like harassment, because like I literally didn't like do anything to this kid. And for you to like, it'd be different if I was like, good for him, I hope he died. Well, no, it wouldn't even be different, because I wouldn't be putting any threats out there. But anyway, if I said like, good for him, I hope he dies, next time it'll be me that kills him, or something like that, something crazy like that, like then I would understand you wanting to like hurt me. But for me just saying good and like karma, like I think you have the problem if you want to hurt someone for saying something that is their opinion in a private conversation. But nonetheless, yeah, I'm not exaggerating when I say the whole school wanted to fight me. I remember when I re-downloaded Snapchat in particular, I remember getting a bunch of like follower requests and like message requests from like people that I didn't know, because my account's on private, or at least like I have to accept people in order to see me. And I opened one, and they were like just like bam, 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 a bunch of like disgusting comments towards me. And again, I don't feel bad for me, because like I don't feel bad for me, meaning that like, oh my goodness, like you should feel bad for me, like I gotta talk about the whole school, like oh my goodness, feel bad for me. Like, no, I don't care about that. Like, I don't care. It's like, this happened, and if this happens to you, just stay in your mind and don't let anyone else influence you. I even had friends tell me like what you did was kind of messed up, and like, you know, it was really jerky of you. And like I had this one girl who I thought I was friends with, again, you know, thought was friends, and she was like, yeah, but you were kind of a bit when you did that, like, you know, that word. And I was like, okay, like I still feel in my head now to this day, and even then, like I still feel like what I've been saying through this whole video, like I don't think I did anything too bad. And from what he put me through, I think what I did was perfectly fine and not worthy of what I got. But hey, that's my opinion. This is my experience. This is my story. And I'm pretty sure people are going to see this that know what I'm talking about. And if you just don't like what I'm saying and you still feel some sort of way about this situation, one, grow up. Two, we were in like, I was in 9th grade, so that means if you were in same grade as me, you were in 9th grade, and we're now like almost in our 20s. So grow up. 2, grow up. And 3, realize mental health is important, because just because this person had been physically harmed, what they put me and others through, we could have physically harmed ourselves. So just think about that. And I will leave this on that. I hope none of this video like triggered you guys, and I hope you just learned like a little bit more like about me, like about like, you know, like I'm just human, like we're all just human, and like when we go through things, we feel certain ways, and sometimes they get projected out there to people privately, and then they get spread across everywhere and get blown out of proportion. And you know, but we deal, we grow, we learn. And I learned that day multiple things: not to trust people so much, which I already had trust issues, so I don't know why the frick I thought I could just talk to somebody like that. And then 2, we also learned to feel more confident in our choices mentally, like what our thoughts are. And then we also learned to stick up for yourself more, because you can let people walk all over you because you're like a goody, and then you freaking grow up, and sometimes you get called a female dog, and it's okay, because you own that, and you own that you're okay with being called that, because it's your opinion, it's your way of thinking, and if someone doesn't agree with you, it doesn't make you a female dog, it just makes you a different person. Like, unless you're like harassing, threatening, or degrading someone, or like being like racist or whatever, or homophobic or xenophobic or whatever, and you're just like dealing with yourself, and someone asks you a question, or like, or you just narrate your opinion in a private conversation with someone you thought was your friend. It's really not that big of a deal, but that's my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a really random video, and the order of things were kind of random, but I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, keep your heads up high, and I will definitely be seeing you guys next time. Also, this may be the last time you see me with silver hair. It looks blonde in the capture, but it's silver, trust. There's still yellow in it too, but I'm probably gonna be changing it up real soon because the silver's fading out, the yellow's coming back, and I'm tired of bleaching my hair because my hair is already really thin and it's gonna fall out one day because I keep bleaching it. So we're gonna fix it up, we're gonna get it back to normal, and I will miss the silver a lot because I love this color. And maybe we might go back in the future, I don't know, but yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. I have like a bunch of videos in my archive, like 3 or 2, like one with Tiffany still, or like 2 with Tiffany still, and then like that one from a long time ago, and I don't know if I should post them. Let me know down below if you want to see them. They'd probably be like 5-minute videos, but yeah.